Lady Whistledown is an astute writer. You have many gifts, but cleverness is not amongst them.
You are summoned to the palace at the behest of Her Majesty the Queen.
Oh yeah, and the Queen has not been very happy about that whole thing. So, hello everyone, this is Venus Brown. I'm back with another episode of Bridgerton. This is season 3, episode 6, called Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. I mean, the title is self-explanatory. I'm just wondering if there's a specific reason for romancing Mr. Bridgerton, if it has anything to do with the fact that she still has not told him about who she is. But I guess we'll find out on this episode. I was really kind of disappointed that Penelope did not tell Collin. I was really kind of hoping that she would. That didn't happen. I don't know that it's going to seem reasonable to tell him now. As for Eloise, seriously, this is supposed to be your friend. Whether it's an ex-friend or not, you're putting her in serious distress because what you feel betrayed about the secret, well, you already unfriended her because of the secret. You feel upset that she's with your brother. Things like that do occur occasionally, and maybe it's time to get over yourself. But I really feel like she's being very thoughtless and inconsiderate of somebody that was supposed to be a friend, even if the show is presenting it as they're no longer friends. I just find it so inconsiderate. Trying to find out a remedy so that I can plug my regular earbuds up to the computer. I used to have an adapter that went on this, but I have misplaced it. Now I can only use my regular microphone, which picks up the TV.
It has not been delivered. No one has it.
Perhaps the Queen has finally discovered her.
I had hoped she'd report my betrothal.
I had hopes.
Do we really believe it is her?
It makes perfect sense.
Turn to writing vicious slander. If
I will not insult the devil by drawing parallels between him and Cressida Cowper. For one is a liar, fraud, a succubus of the first water, and the other is not known to this author.
Pen.
Collin.
I've been worried.
Usually I wouldn't care for the green and purple.
Perhaps you should not be here in case it does catch you.
Green is like a muted enough color. And her dress is quite nice too. Usually I do not like the stuff she wears.
Do you think it is really her? I always imagined Lady Whistledown might be more clever, perhaps. I shall let you rest. But before I go, I have something for you.
Let's tell him.
She's not going to tell him in front of her mom.
Well, I know. I'm just not going to tell him right now.
Oh, Collin, it is beautiful.
Interesting brooch or whatever it is.
Where's all this ink? Have you been writing?
Oh, yes.
I
Letters.
thought it was dirt.
To share our happy news.
I shall leave you to it. Good day, Miss Featherington. For now.
How do we get the ink off your hands? I know there's ways to do it.
I
now
promised
and everything.
Lord Greer. He has rescinded his offer of
I think
marriage.
there's old home
Clearly.
remedies too. I just don't know what they are.
This is no occasion to smile, girl.
I
If
know
you
that they
think
come
you
all
can
the way
keep
off.
I am sending you to live with your Aunt Jo.
Papa, you cannot do that. Aunt Joanna lives in Wales.
Precisely. You can write gossip about the sheep.
I know my daughter. Lady Whistledown is an astute writer. You have many gifts, but cleverness is not amongst them.
You are summoned to the palace at the behest of Her Majesty the Queen.
Oh yeah, and the Queen has not been very happy about that whole thing. So.
We have some news we'd like to share with you. We do not wish to draw attention to ourselves.
That blue is nice.
Yeah, a lot of Lady Danbury's clothes are.
one thing to follow.
Otherwise, you will always be on the defensive. We do have a way with entertaining. Do hope to see you soon.
As do I.
I don't know how I feel about that one.
There is no time like the present.
Your family is clearly occupied.
You must interrupt.
I do not believe they will hear me.
Taken ill of the plague, and you are all doomed by association.
Some chocolate.
Not a chance.
This is devious.
Very well. Family, John has a small announcement to make on our behalf.
Very small, indeed. We are to marry.
Congratulations.
That's my review.
I'm so pleased. You make a beautiful pair.
Thank you, Mama.
Tell me you did not know.
Not about Cressida.
I know you do not wish to hear it, but it is truly bewildering how quickly one person can become all that matters. My only concern now is with her well-being and our future together.
Yeah, I really feel like she maybe should have told him that you really need to talk to her.
Perhaps I can make Lady Whistledown go away.
Ask her if
You
there's
will speak
anything
with
she's
Miss Carter.
hiding, like anything like something like that.
Would describe herself.
Because you don't want to be the one that's intentionally hiding a secret, but at the same time, you don't want to be the one that is stabbing your friend in the back, even if you don't consider her your friend anymore.
Why tell him?
Things for you to put down on pen.
So because it suits you,
Cannot
now
stop.
you're okay with hiding.
Especially
Cressida has done you a favour.
Refuse to let Cressida Cowper take credit. It would break my heart. And what of Collin's heart?
Keeping a secret like that
down is
also
my
breaks his
name.
heart.
Your name is about to be Bridgerton. You cannot be both.
You can, but okay, let's pretend like you're right. Lady Whistledown is a pen name.
Much
Penelope
your
name.
family's what I wanted.
You had a good run for a while. But it's just gossip.
But I already wrote it.
Is it just gossip?
Her Majesty will see you
About
now.
a woman writing something like that in that day and age, presenting a bit of power, intelligence, a lot of stuff that people didn't expect from women.
So, this is the young lady claiming to be Lady Whistledown.
Yes, sir.
And why have you come forward now?
I should like to claim my reward, Your Majesty.
A measly £5,000 should be nothing to the great Lady Whistledown.
I claim it so no one else can take what is rightfully mine.
Well, I am a woman of my word. As soon as you give me your latest issue,
The one that should have been published this morning.
print a convincing issue, I do not wish to see you in my court again.
Out of the court by the queen. Although that's better than what the queen seemed to be wanting to do with Lady Whistledown.
If you publish and cement your reputation as Whistledown, no one will marry you.
Publish
No
your own
one
writing.
will marry me now.
They won't believe it anyway because your language will be very obvious.
We do not wish to wait that long.
Speaking to the Queen may be the wisest decision.
Well, if you think you are up to it.
We would like you to speak
To the Queen. Huh?
And from the book, I don't think they really talk a whole lot about. But she was already married to him at the point that I read the book, so I don't think they really talked a whole lot about how
covering the
wedding-
carriage.
Until you walk down the aisle and settle into this marriage, your duty is to make Mr. Bridgerton feel as if he is the most important person in
That's
the
why
world.
it's called
To cater
romance in
entirely.
What about my dreams?
What dreams? Ladies do not have dreams. They have husbands. Sometimes what you wish for may come true through him. I chose a match for security, and he could not even provide that. But he gave me you girls. And my greatest wish has always been for you three to do better than I did. And you have. You're lucky, Penelope. Do not take that for granted.
Well, and she can feel very lucky compared to her mom and still want much more for herself.
For you and me and my dear friend Paul. Will you come?
Are my intentions towards you being peer-reviewed?
Something like that. It's only fair that you meet those dear to me.
Wonderful.
Very last bottle. Damn. I thought there were at least a few more pours.
Surely the drink is yours, to celebrate your last night own.
I refuse your pity drink.
It's a pity drink, then perhaps.
I deserve it.
What?
Love has made me so simple, I cannot even write a sentence this week. I'm writing a manuscript.
What is it about?
I am
editing the story of my travels.
You at least have a direction for you. Well, I am purposeless, with no discernible path forward.
I think the drink is mine. I have spotted another bottle.
Hawkeye.
Yeah.
To Mr. Modrich's fine club.
Oh.
Wow. You know what exactly they were drinking? They're small glasses, but if it's like hard liquor, then I think they should be small glasses.
Thanks be to God. Today, I publish the banns of marriage between Mr. Collin Bridgerton and Miss Penelope Featherington. Shall be married here in 3 weeks' time.
published the ban. Ye are to declare.
Thought this part of that ceremony would be done at that time. Nor would I expect multiple couples to like all congregate together to get an acceptance to be married.
In fact, there's something I've been meaning to tell you for a very long time. That I have loved you since the moment we met. I have always loved you, Collin.
Which is true.
I will spend a lifetime begging your forgiveness for not seeing you sooner.
It is a lonely life living in secret. I wondered if you would like to join me. You do so enjoy words.
You might like to help me. Because I do remember what was written
about me last year. What you wrote.
Together we can right the wrong.
I do not wish to be your collaborator. And I cannot be your friend any longer. I am sorry.
Is this truly about Whistledown?
Sort of.
It's no wonder Penelope abandoned you.
All you have to do is talk.
She's good at
Envious that I've made something of myself.
Granted,
Perhaps I am envious of Whistledown.
Sure, like she's been stabbed in the back.
Which is quite a feat.
Spending a season feeling nearly invisible. I almost understand why one might be driven to write it. Congratulations on your hard-earned success.
I'm still not seeing much romancing of Mr. Bridgerton, but there's still time.
Penelope, that column's your life's work. I cannot continue writing. I found a love match. I do not wish to take that for granted. My mama sent me for some fabric samples for my wedding dress.
You know my favorite part about dressmaking? Is seeing the glow on a woman's face when she puts the dress on. I can't imagine ever giving that feeling up. At any rate, we will make you the most beautiful dress.
Clearly, no man in London will have her now.
Apparently her plan is backfiring a little bit, but she's not being married off to that woman.
Mama, what is wrong?
Why are you not in your room?
There is no desk in my room. I'm writing a whistle down.
Good. Because of all of this, he is withdrawing your diary. We must get that reward before the real Whistledown decides to publish again. Read me what you have written.
Oh boy.
Dear reader, it is I, Lady Whistledown. Today I bring you much gossip from about the many lands, near and far. Is that all? So far?
Oh gosh.
Oh dear.
Mama, I'm frightened.
You should be. It's interesting. I like her mom's dress a lot. Her dress has one of my favorite colors in it, but I don't like it because it just looks atrocious.
That one's ugly.
That one's
All the feathers.
pretty on the top, but I think the feathers on the bottom look weird.
Paul is a patron of the arts. He spends all of it.
You know, she's at a box every week.
I did not know that.
After a performance of Much Ado About Nothing, I walked backstage and there she was, ripping into the director for, quote, bowdlerizing the play.
Let me guess. Did she tell you to be very, very afraid of her?
Exactly that.
So you should be, both of you. A few more friends I should like you to meet. Lady Keswick, Lady Gloucester, Lady Viacus Perrin.
I have never liked that colour, but it is winning on you.
Thank you, Mama.
Yours is not winning on you.
Her Majesty the Queen.
She's here.
I was gonna say that is bold, but she is the queen.
As I
So she
assumed.
should be bold,
Lackluster at best.
along with the queen.
Wonder what's in that. Oh, it's a bunch of flowers. Not what I was expecting.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Mama, shall you try to speak to the Queen now?
Perhaps we should let her settle in a little more.
Perhaps we should try to approach the Queen now in case she departs early.
We should wait, Francesca.
Wait. She does not attend every ball if we do not speak to her tonight.
I will speak to Lady Danbury about securing an audience.
Does the Queen not love a little chaos?
Yes.
I do not wish to wait.
I know, but I do not wish to ruin things for you.
How would you ruin things? Do you not think our match would cheer her?
I am going to look at the very fine wainscoting.
It is not that. It is rather daunting, even for me.
You have gone in front of the Queen before. You are afraid you will ruin things because you still do not believe in this match, do you?
I have supported you.
You have been perfunctory in your support.
Lord Kilmartin is delightful.
Not every attachment must be dramatic and hard fought. What John and I have is easy, and I love him, Mama, even if it is not the love that you want for me.
That's why you need to just spit it out, because I don't think that's what you are going on about, but...
Excuse me.
I suspect if you explain to your daughter, she will understand. At least a little better than this.
I will go after her.
I do not wish to speak to any more eligible widows.
Speak to whomever you like, but it is not for you to go after my friend.
You are not the only one who cares for Lady Bridgerton.
Must You take everything from me.
I was wondering why she's acting like this.
Whatever I have done to deserve this ire, tell me, so that we might be done with it. It is about father treating me as the favorite over which I had no power.
I do not care about that. What I care about is that I had a chance of happiness, and you took it from me.
How did I take your chance at happiness?
The night before I was to be married, I very nearly escaped to freedom. It was you who betrayed me to our father. I heard him thank you.
Yeah, and that was a miserable marriage.
Your charm may work on every widow in the ton, but I am unmoved. Now, if you will excuse me, I must find my friend.
But him doing that in that situation doesn't mean he's going to be a terrible
Do not spend much
person
time
to
in
your
society.
friend,
Tilly enjoys
or
coming and going.
take her from you.
Find the entire thing much too...
You and Lady Arnold have quite a rapport. I'm surprised you two have never... In fact, do not answer that. The wine has made me rather rude.
The wine has also made you rather charming. I should go ensure Tilly has not worked herself up into a frenzy over dessert.
Of course.
Yeah, I think I had heard something about that on something, somewhere. Could have been from anything, articles, things like that. Who knows? I know I remember hearing something about it somewhere.
Forgive us. We were just...
Talking
We were
about you.
just...
In fact.
Would you perhaps like to join us?
I've forgotten. I'm supposed to be somewhere. Forgive me.
Ooh.
Lady Whistledown.
Scandal writer for a daughter. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? Not at all.
Wow, this is one of the more amusing parties I have been to.
I hope we hit to you, Your Majesty. No.
Let us squirm a little.
I've been meaning to tell you. I've been editing my travel diary into a manuscript. I'm still removing some of the more personal passages.
Why? What is what I so enjoyed about the part that I read? Perhaps I could edit them for you before you sell them to a bookseller.
But I might like to prove to myself that I can do it on my own. I want to be worthy of you.
Of course you are worthy.
I simply wanted to give you a gift.
She has returned!
What's written on it?
Dearest gentle reader, it is said that there is no rest for the wicked. This author must be rather virtuous, for I have been enjoying a much-needed respite from observing all of you. Shall return soon enough with a full issue. You may now know my name, but have no doubt I know you even better. Lady Whistledown, forever Cressida Cowper.
Yeah, I suspect
Wow,
her mom
Miss
might have done
Cowper. I'm surprised, but still intrigued. Then we might discuss your reward.
it. Yeah. In Cressida's dress, I like, except for that giant. Every time she wears those giant
She is
Good
a
Lord. It's just
Come with me.
why.
I convinced you to let her take Whistledown's name, and now she has somehow written something coherent. We have created a monster, Ben. A monster who seems to have a feud with me and, by extension, my family. I put them all in danger again, just like last year.
That was my fault.
No, I was reckless, inviting that viper into my family's home, a viper who now has nearly as much power as the Queen. I never should have befriended her.
Louise, you'll be all right.
How?
Because I'm going to publish again. With one issue, I can discredit Cressida. It's not just gossip. Whistledown is power.
I remember my first issue, what I wrote.
Quoted Byron. Not that. The part about me and my sisters. 3 misses, foisted upon the marriage market like sorrowful sows by their tasteless, tactless mamma. Collin began because I felt powerless in my own home. I was forced to debut a year early, and I had no say in anything. Writing was the only way I felt I could have a voice. And I should have been using the column to give a voice to the other voiceless. I have done plenty of damage with my pen. Please, let me use it now to do some good.
You must get a full issue out right away, before Cressida does.
I mean, on the one hand, I don't want Cressida or her mom screwing up anyone else's reputation, and it's just the kind of person that would, as far as I've been able to tell. On the other hand,
Apologies
I
for
wouldn't
the
want
late orders.
Cressida to be
Some
stuck
confusion
in
with
the
the social delivery.
situation that she's gonna
You'll be
be
paid
in.
handsomely for your service.
She doesn't get
Anything for Lady Whistledown?
something to pull her out of the mess that she's put herself in.
He's fighting
Got
out.
some splaining to do.
You are Lady Whistledown.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't be laughing, but goddamn, it's too big a part of yourself to not tell somebody that you're supposed to love that
Yes.
you're going to marry. Benedict, I think they're supposed to be doing his thing next season. The situation with the request for a threesome. Yeah, I wasn't expecting any of that. Like, I feel like maybe if they had approached him ahead of time, seeing them like that without either of them approaching him about it ahead of time, you could tell the one guy was hitting on him. But Lady Danbury, you could see that she was very much against her brother hooking up with Mrs. Bridgerton. But I couldn't understand, why is she so against this? Does she think that her brother is like an awful person and shouldn't be with her? Does she have some other reason for it? But then they finally told us she's just so upset, and I don't blame her. The reality that she tried to get out of that marriage and he turned her in for it. That's awful. It's something I would expect of a brother in that day and age, in that environment, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to be freaking horrified and upset by it for the rest of her life. So I do kind of get that. It's just something that I know that was kind of the expectation at the time. Cressida, I feel bad for her situation with the whole marriage dowry and all of that, and how old she is and she's still not married off at a time when that was really not like you would be considered a spinster, and it's just not a situation that is expected for a lady in high society at the time. And Eloise at least is being more friendly now towards Penelope. The whole way that whole thing happened, and her flipping on a dime like she's been doing, that's just, I don't like that at all. At least they seem to be friendly. But that's all I've got for you this week. I will see you next week. I'll see you when I see you. And remember, if you like this content, please click the thumbs up. And if you want to see more content, click subscribe. Ring that little bell and click all, and you'll get more notifications anytime new content comes out.